Okay guys, welcome back to Ace Attorney Monday. I am very much looking forward to continuing this game because we are on a very important case in Dual Destinies, because today during this stream I will be continuing episode 5 of Dual Destinies, which is called Turnabout for Tomorrow. This is the last case, well, the last main case in the game. I say the last main case because there is another case after this, but it's not really part of the main story. It's more a bonus fun case that is even optional. I don't have to do it, but for the sake of the stream and because it'll probably be a bit of a laugh, because usually I remember the bonus cases like having a lot of comedy relief in them for some reason. So yeah, we're gonna do all of the cases, so not just the main cases but the bonus ones. So yeah, oh god, oh really, bear with me guys, I thought I fixed it, but my control wire just literally oh, there we go. Yay. Sorted it. Yay. I'm a wire expert. Yeah, my controller wire got caught underneath my mic stand for a second. So, let me just click on the game. And I'm going to be going without headphones for this stream just because I am still trying to get rid of this blooming cold. It won't go away, and so I'm not feeling... I am feeling good right now. It's just my head has a lot of pressure in it, and I feel like if I wear headphones during this stream it's just going to make it worse. So I am going to be listening to the game through my TV today. I have turned it down enough so hopefully you guys will still be able to hear the game nice and clear, but for me it will be quite quiet. But then I've played this game before anyway, so I'm not too fussed about the music, and any anime scenes that we'll be watching in this episode will have subtitles anyway, so I'm not really missing a lot. So let's go. Okay, so yeah, we ended the last stream with a bit of a bombshell. So Simon Blackquill, well, I don't even think it was Blackquill, but someone brought Edgeworth back to Japan. So because in this case we're going to be defending both Athena Sykes and Simon Blackquill, we need a different prosecutor. So the game has brought back fan favourite prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. So he is not just a prosecutor anymore, he is a chief prosecutor, so he's gotten a bit of an upgrade. Though his appearance might have got a little bit of a downgrade. I don't know whether I like him as much with the glasses. I feel like his face doesn't really need them. So, let's talk about the Dark Age of the Law. Oh yeah, and Pearl Faye is back as well. And yeah, I do really like how for the last case of the game, the writers at Capcom really decided to go big and bring back some fan favourite characters. Not just Edgeworth, but Pearl as well. Dark Age of the Law. It sure comes up a lot these days on TV and in the papers. Sorry guys, I had to clear my throat. I felt something catching in it and it needed to be disposed of, or it needed to be cleared out. And I hear there are more false charges and fabrication of evidence than ever. When I became chief prosecutor, the court system had already lost the people's trust. It all began 8 years ago. Let me just check the game audio. I know it's definitely... Yeah, it might be a little quiet, but again, it's just music, so yeah. I don't know whether the volume matters too much, but if it is particularly quiet, then do let me know. A lawyer was caught fabricating evidence, and a year after that, a prosecutor was found guilty of murder. Wait, do you mean... That's right. He's talking about my case and Prosecutor Blackquill's. It was a downward spiral after that, an absolute nightmare. After those two cases, the mass media launched an all-out attack on the courts. Public opinion was tainted, and before long the legal world itself was sucked into it. It's such a shame. Once suspicion forms, it's very hard to shake. Lawyers and prosecutors were supposed to trust each other, pursue the truth together. It's so sad when people begin to cast doubt. They start lying to themselves and each other. Yeah, and do absolutely anything to win. We're in an age now where winning is valued far more than the truth. I'm sure it's caused our new chief prosecutor to lose many a night's rest. Is it just me, or did his brow get even more furrowed than the last time I saw him? The hostage taker's disdain for the courts is a perfect example of the times. It sure is. Do you have any idea who the hostage taker might be? Well, somebody who mistrusts the court system and who can manipulate robots. It can really only be Aura Blackquill. Who else but her would want a retrial of that case from 7 years ago so badly? Simon Blackwell's older sister and the owner of this room. I agree with your conclusion. Perhaps she intended to force Miss Sykes to confess. Actually, I think she had a much more horrific plan in mind for Athena. The important thing for you is for you to solve UR1 and prove Blackwell's innocence. And then maybe she'll release the hostages. I'm counting on you, right, to set that prosecutor and those hostages free. And I'll be counting on you in court to help me too. Of course, I'll do everything I can to help uncover the truth. As this isn't an official trial, I'm more at liberty to be a little unorthodox. Mr. Wright, are you finished with your investigation? Yeah, but I'd like you to tell the hostage takers something for me. I have to go to the detention center. I can't start the trial until I've talked to Athena. She's already given her consent. I'll accompany you to the detention center. So I'm still being watched, huh? I'll see you in court, Edgeworth. Even if it will be an undocumented trial, it'll be good to face you in court again. Okay, December 20th, detention center. Let's talk to Athena. She was right by my side only a few short hours ago, but I feel like I haven't seen her in ages. Oh, Mr. Wright. And Pearly too. I knew you would come. After all, the first step is the interview with the defendant. And because you're my friend and I was worried about you. Heh. Thanks, boss. I'm not the only one who's worried either. Really? Who else? I saw Miss Woods today. She was so beside herself she came to find me. She told me you used to live in the Cosmos Space Center. No wonder you knew so much about the place. Oh, so you know, huh? I'm sorry I didn't tell you. That's alright. But there are some other things I'd like to ask you. Sure, you can ask me anything. I promise I won't keep any more secrets from you. Okay, let's talk to Athena about the day of the crime. Tell me about the day Clay was murdered. I was actually at the Space Center that day. In the Space Museum. Right where the culprit fled to? That's not good. I never could fully deal with what happened 7 years ago. But when I saw the center again during the news coverage of the Hat 2 launch, I thought maybe if I went there, things would be different this time. That must have taken a lot of courage to face your past like that. So I went to the Space Museum the evening before the explosions. This was before the launch pads had been switched. There was a sign that said closed for repairs and they weren't letting anybody in. Yeah, the director couldn't very well switch the pads if there were people in there. But I snuck in anyway. Did you want to see that Hat 1 group photo, the one with your mother in it? I did, but what I really wanted to see was her jacket. That jacket on display. That was Dr. Sykes's. Ooh, okay, Hat 1 exhibit has been updated to detail that the jacket on display was worn by Dr. Sykes, aka Athena's mother. But I should have known it wouldn't be easy to get over such a traumatic experience. The second I saw that jacket, it all came rushing back to me. Sounds like a good old-fashioned case of PTSD. Everything around me went hazy and I couldn't see. I tried to get out of there somehow, but I guess I passed out. When I came to, I was in the passage behind the rocket. I was in the shadows where people couldn't really see me. Maybe you got confused and went the wrong way when you were trying to leave. How long do you think you were unconscious, Athena? I was out until about noon of the next day. Didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went out into boarding lounge 2. My mind must have still been fuzzy because my memory is vague after that. I don't remember how I got home. No memory, huh? This is gonna be tough. Which means, what if I'm the one who killed Clay? I think that's enough of that, Athena. Let's talk about something else. So, during the entire incident, she was unconscious in the Space Museum. Of course I believe her. But will anybody else? Okay, your mother's work. What kind of research was Dr. Sykes, your mother, doing? Machines that could tell people's emotions by their tone of voice. And my special ability. Someday when people travel to distant planets, their companions will be robots. So she said they had to be able to understand how their human companions felt. Wow, robots that can understand people. I was just a convenient subject for her research. All she ever did was work, and she never paid any attention to me. Oh, sorry about that, dredging up all that old stuff. No need to apologize. I guess her home life was complicated. Oh, by the way, Miss Woods said something about you always wearing headphones. She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research. I had to wear them every time I went out. Oh, I hated them so much, but she wouldn't listen. What were they for? Oh, she gave me some kind of explanation. But I don't remember now. It was too difficult for a little kid to understand. Okay, but let me say this one thing. I don't think your mother only thought of you as some handy subject for her research. I want to believe that, but just about the only things my mother left me with her widget. And this earring. Ooh, it's beautiful. It's made of a piece of real moon rock she had for research. Maybe she did love me, in her own way. I'm sure of it. I'm really sure she did, because that's what I want to believe too. Okay, a moon rock earring has been added to the court record. An earring that Dr. Sykes gave to Athena. The stone was cut from a real moon rock that was being used for research. Okay, so we're gonna show Athena her mum's research that we found in the robotics lab. So present, and then where is it? Is it robots with a heart? I'm guessing so. Oh, the Ponko series! You must have gone to the robotics lab. You seem to really love Ponko and Clonko. Yeah, my mother made them and I grew up around them, you know. Oh, there's one of those cute little robots in this photo too. Haha, see Ponko's bandages? I put those on her. I just wound them around and around. Pretty bad job, huh? But I really put my all into it. I hardly left the center in those days, so I didn't have any human friends besides Junie. I didn't really understand the difference between robots and people back then. I thought that if a robot broke, bandaging it would help it get better. What a weirdo I was. It looks like there's something written on the bandages. Yeah, I wrote stuff like, "Get well soon, Ponko." But in the end, my mom just put her on the operating table and fixed her in a flash. Oh, that must be the thing I made move in the robotics lab. I was so impressed by what my mom did. I even asked her if she would put me on the table and fix me if I ever got hurt. It looked just like magic to me what she could do. A little girl who grew up around robots. She seems to have some good memories of it. Okay, now let's ask Athena about possibly the more troubling subject for her, 7 years ago. On a different subject, did you hear about the person holding up the Space Center? Yeah, a little, and this person has even taken hostages? I guess I'd better spare her the news about Trucy. Well, after some negotiating, we agreed to do a retrial of the case from 7 years ago. What? You're kidding me! So that means Prosecutor Blackquill might... Yep, I know he's innocent. I just have to prove it. So wait, did you know him back then? Yes, he used to come visit my mom a lot. He studied psychology under her and would sometimes ask for advice on his legal cases. He was very kind and considerate and straight as an arrow, unlike now, where he's more twisted than a basket of snakes. That's why I took the witness stand during his trial 7 years ago. Please, you have to listen to me. He didn't kill her. His heart is screaming that he didn't kill her. I was a fool. How could anybody else know what I was talking about? She heard the voice of his heart. You were only 11 then, right? You were very brave just to give testimony. Pearls is right. You did the very best you could at the time. But nothing I said did any good. I was a shaking and scared little girl, small and ineffectual. Even after I went to live with my relatives in Europe, I stayed closed up in my shell. But you're different now. You're always so bright and cheerful. Thanks. That's because one day I came to realize that I had to fight. I couldn't give up. I exercised hard and studied hard. I wanted to become the strongest lawyer I could be. Okay, now let's ask Athena why she became a lawyer. I wanted to save Simon, but I had no idea how. Then I met Mr. Wright, and thanks to him, I realized that if I became a lawyer, I could prove that Simon was innocent. I also realized that psychology could help me do this. I mean, psychology was my mother's specialty. When I studied it, I felt like she was there with me, supporting me. It doesn't seem like Athena knows. that Prosecutor Blackquill is due to be executed tomorrow. I wanted to prove Simon's innocence personally. I wanted to do it so bad. Even now, I want to fly out of here and go save him. Come to think of it, she said something like that during the Themis Legal Academy trial. She mentioned there was somebody she wanted to save. She must have been talking about Prosecutor Blackquill. I heard some prison guards say that you had an interview with Simon. How was he? What did he say? No, I can't tell her. But how can I lie to Athena? He was doing well. He was happy about the possibility of being proven innocent. He was? I wonder if he smiled like he used to, back then. If I can't prove Prosecutor Blackwell's innocence in this trial, I don't think Athena will ever forgive me. I just have to free him. Failure is not an option here. Ah, I thought you might be here. Mr. Lawyer, we're in trouble. Oh, we are? What is it? I couldn't find a single open courtroom. They're all in session. Oh no, but this is an emergency. It's very difficult to interrupt a trial once it's underway. My phone. It's from Trucy. I told you I'd give you 1 hour. I guess it's time to pick one of the hostages. No, wait, we still have a little more time. Besides, all of the courtrooms are being used right now. Make all the excuses you want, but you won't get more time. Your daughter is first. The poor thing. She's a little too young to die, don't you think? No, don't you dare hurt her. There has to be something I can do. The cruelest injustice is about to befall us. No, this can't be happening. Mystic Maya, help us. Wait a minute. Maya? I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom. That must have been really something. Though, we're just par for the course with you. The courtroom blew up. That's it. There is a courtroom we can use after all. Okay, time's up. Too bad. Any last words you'd like to say to her? Aura, please don't add to the crimes you've already committed. So, you know who I am, do you? It wasn't like I was trying to keep it a secret anyway. We're ready to start the trial. And it's gonna be held in the ruins of the courtroom. Ooh. Oh, what a wonderful idea, Mr. Nick. I never would have thought of that. An astonishing trial in an astonishing location. I guess it's only befitting. I'll go get the place ready right away. I didn't exactly pick the place for its astonishing factor. How about it? Are you ready to have your brother's innocence proven? My brother? Heh. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention? It's not Simon you'll be defending. What? Not Prosecutor Blackquill? I indict Athena Sykes on the charge of murdering her own mother. You'll be defending the little princess there, the one behind the glass. For what? See you in that mountain of rubble you've chosen for our courtroom, Mr. Wright. What is she talking about? Athena? Of course. Why didn't it ever occur to me before? If Prosecutor Blackquill is innocent, somebody else had to have been the true culprit. Did I kill my own mother? No. No! Oh god. Oh, they're different Cyclops. They're black. Usually they're red. No way. It can't be true. Mr. Nick, what's the matter? I see. I see 5 black cyclocks. I've seen these kinds of locks before. Dark, black locks protecting a secret. Ugh. Ugh. Stupid nose. Bless me. Protecting a secret hidden deep inside a person's heart. And there's no way to remove them. Okay, so now we're going to the courtroom for the first part of the trial. So we're gonna save and then continue on. I did a little research. I looked into those special cyclocks you mentioned, Mr. Nick. You did? That's great. I really appreciate it. A red cyclock protects a secret a person is consciously trying to hide. If the person folds under questioning, the lock breaks and the truth comes out. Yep, that's exactly how I got the truth out of Detective Fulbright and Director Cosmos. But a black cyclock protects a secret from the deepest place in a person's heart. A secret that that person isn't even consciously aware of. So even they don't know it's there. Athena isn't trying to keep anything from you on purpose. For some reason, part of her heart and her memories are sealed off even from herself. Okay, so all I have to do is break the cyclocks. According to my research, a black cyclock is like a heavy chain wrapped directly around one's heart. If they are ripped off by force, it could cause permanent damage to a person's soul. In other words, if I'm not careful, I could traumatize Athena for good. Hi Ibrahim, welcome in. I'm doing well, thank you. Pearls, could you stay by Athena's side? She must be suffering under the weight of such a heavy burden. Alright, but will you be alright by yourself, Mr. Nick? I'm up against Edgeworth. I have to be able to give this trial all of my focus and strength. And you can't do that if I'm there. I'll just hold you back. No, that's not it. I just meant I can relax and concentrate if I knew you were with Athena. You're the only one who can do it, Pearls. Alright. I'll do it then. Good luck, Mr. Nick. Good. Now that my mind is at ease, I'd better get ready. I'll just tidy up the evidence and take out what I don't need. It's time to end this nightmare that started 7 years ago. Oh, let's do this. Defense, prosecution, and judge. There are even people in the gallery. The roof has been completely blown off and the walls have collapsed. Hi, Henny.
Hi.
But today, this ruin is my battleground. Court, or some facsimile thereof, is now in session for the trial of Athena Sykes. Not a facsimile, old man. This is a proper official trial. Take this more seriously, or you'll start hearing the bones of the hostages snap. Please try not to upset Miss Blackquill. I'm begging you. Court is now in session for the very serious and very proper trial of Athena Sykes. Oh, it's so good to see Edgeworth back in the courtroom again. Oh, it's like the good old days. This is no trial, it's nothing more than a ridiculous farce. Well, what did you say? Edgeworth, did you not hear what I just said to His Honor? However, this ridiculous farce has a very important meaning for our legal system. Recall the case of the UR1 incident, in which a prosecutor was found guilty of murder. That case ushered in the odious dark age of the law. I see what you're after. If we can find the real truth behind that case today. Precisely. The darkness will be dispelled and glory shall be restored to the court system. Prosecutor Edgeworth, you sound as if you know something of this truth. I do indeed. A new suspect has emerged in the UR1 case. For 7 years, Simon Blackquill has refused to speak in order to cover for someone else. Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. I'm sorry, right, but the situation is what it is and I must do what I must. The prosecution moves to indict Athena Sykes on the count of murder in the first degree. Poor Athena. Ooh, anime!
Regardless the circumstance, I intend to question the defendant with all I have. For that is a part of my creed.
Then you'd better bring it.
If the two of you are ready. Court is now in session for the trial of Athena Sykes.
Your Honor, the defense was born ready.
The prosecution is also ready.
This immense tension between us. It's like we're picking up right where we left off. It's my duty to clear Prosecutor Blackquill of false accusations and end this insanity. But I have no intention of losing Miss Sykes either. She's a very promising young lawyer. I know without a doubt that Athena is innocent. But I don't think Prosecutor Blackquill did either. So do you have any clue who was responsible for the sabotage? At the very least, I know it wasn't Simon Blackquill. I don't know enough to identify the true culprit, but it's clear what that person is. To put it simply, a spy. The true culprit is a spy. It's going to be hard to convince anyone of that when I barely believe it myself. But I don't have a choice if I want to save Athena and Blackquill and expose the spy. Just clearing my throat again. Now then, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. No need for the Chief Prosecutor bit, Your Honor. I am here as a simple prosecutor. Very well, your opening statement, please, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Although I've been known of late to give an impressive opening statement myself. In all the trials I have ever seen, only the prosecution gives an opening statement. Of course, you're right. I was just joking, just having a little fun. So he wasn't doing them just out of fear. Interesting. Let's start with a brief overview of the UR1 incident. The incident occurred at the Cosmos Space Center 7 years ago on October 7th. The victim, psychologist Metis Sykes, was killed in the robotics lab on the 4th floor. Athena's mother, Simon Blackquill, a young prosecutor at the time, was found guilty of the crime. There were two deciding factors that led to his guilty verdict. One, Blackquill was the only person in the corridor to the lab at the time of the murder. And two, this photo, which captured the moment of the crime. Very incriminating evidence indeed. It would appear that the only conclusion is that Prosecutor Blackquill did indeed. Hold it. Are you kidding me? I'm not accepting any conclusion of the kind. This opening statement is over. Now hurry up and call the witness. Excuse me, Miss Blackquill, but we must follow proper procedure for these things, you know. Or perhaps we should heed her wishes, Your Honor. She is the trial sponsor, after all. Besides, the courtroom is chilly, and sitting for too long can't be good for your back. Oh, you are very kind to show such concern for the welfare of the elderly. Edgeworth's playing the judge like a puppet, and the judge is as ever, none the wiser. The prosecution calls its first witness, a witness who decided to bring forth new testimony after 7 long years. New testimony? And just who is this witness anyway? Bobby Fulbright's the name. In justice we trust. What are you doing here? I'm just here to speak for the hostage taker, Miss Blackquill. She says she's too busy, what with confining and threatening the hostages and all. That doesn't seem to stop her from constantly chiming in through Clonco. I'm nothing more than an observer in this. Do your best, I'm watching you. Believing our brother innocent, Miss Blackquill has been conducting her own investigation. And though her current actions are hardly lawful, I think we can at least hear her theory. I have here Miss Blackquill's notes on the investigation she conducted. And I'll be giving testimony based on these notes. Here I go. First testimony of the trial, let's do this. Aura Blackquill's theory. Simon isn't the murderer. He was trying to cover for someone. Someone else was at the scene at the time they say Simon committed the murder. I mean, if he really was out to steal that moon rock, then why the rolling case? Because he was using it to hide someone inside, that's why. And the only person small enough to fit inside that case was Athena Sykes. And that's Miss Blackquill's theory. It totally goes in the face of the official ruling, huh? About the case she mentions, there are other rolling cases like that one in the lab, but they're not for traveling. They're apparently for moving parts and equipment. I vaguely remember seeing 3 cases, all different sizes. In the last trial, they thought that Prosecutor Blackquill used the case to steal the rock, and they had a perfectly good reason to think that too. Just have a quick sip of my drink. You see, there's a security camera in the corridor that leads to the robotics lab, and that camera captured footage of Blackquill leaving the scene with the case. I can see why that footage helped to bring his trial to a quick end. It's very convincing, that's for sure. Soon the 7-year-old video has been updated. Video showing the corridor to the crime scene. Blackquill was the only one to pass through at the time of the crime. That case, by the way, was later discovered outside on the Space Center grounds. Speaking of after the incident, where was the defendant Athena Sykes found? She was found on the 5th floor of the Space Center in the Sykes family residence. Prosecutor Blackquill most likely brought her there after the incident. In addition, it's unknown where Miss Sykes was at the estimated time of death. Miss Sykes was too confused by the shock of her mother's death to give proper testimony. And there was no witness or evidence to tell us where she might have been. So what you're saying is Miss Sykes didn't have an alibi? That is what the evidence is saying, yes. I understand the reasoning behind the theory, but I'm far from convinced. The victim is the accused mother. Are you actually claiming an 11-year-old girl? Of course, the girl had a very strong motive. Dr. Sykes was a psychologist who wrote many papers about speech and emotion. You're aware of Athena Sykes' special ability, aren't you, Your Honor? Are you referring to that therapy thing? Yes, she's done it quite a few times in court. The ability to read emotions from speech and the subject of her mother's research. Well, as long as it benefits society, I don't see any particular problem researching it. I don't like where this is heading. Not one bit. Dr. Sykes was so intent on her research, she forced her daughter to undergo experiments. Ibrahim, I'm hoping to get married this year at some point. Yeah, yeah, me and Fred have actually got a good idea of what we want the wedding to be. We more just need to actually set a wedding date in stone, and then we also need to think about the after party, the reception, and what we want for that. Yeah, but it won't be anything too big and bombastic. It'll be pretty small, intimate, and low key. So it should be really nice. I've done my best to be delicate, but even you can't deny it to be true, Mr. Wright. No longer able to withstand the anguish of the experiments, Miss Sykes felt her only choice was to kill her own mother. Ah! This trial's already getting off to an interesting start. Order in the court. What a tragic story. I hardly want to believe it myself. But we must proceed. Mr. Wright, if you could. Detective Fulbright, please refer to the notes. Okay. Cross-examination time. So... I am going to press that one. So, Prosecutor Blackquill willingly accepted a death sentence to protect someone else. Yes, that is precisely what Miss Blackquill appears to believe. And that is what I believe as well. Prosecutor Blackquill is no murderer, Mr. Wright. But Athena Sykes certainly didn't kill anyone either, Mr. Edgeworth. So it appears neither of us can afford to go easy on the other. Fine, I expected no less. Ooh, I remember this tense atmosphere. It's so invigorating. I'm only reading notes here, but yeah, I feel extra invigorated too. So let's keep going. Where are you going with that? Were you gonna steal my drink? Okay. Yeah. My fiance very kindly refilled my water bottle for me. Good thing, because I was getting rather thirsty. There we go. There we go. Quick water break over with. So, press to get more information. But that's just speculation. I can advise on something. Keep everything very simple. Just a simple place, simple clothes, nothing too expensive. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going for, Ibrahim. We're not gonna go too bombastic or flashy. Just something simple and easy. Because me and Fred more want to focus on our honeymoon anyway, because we're planning on going to Japan, so it's gonna be a fairly long flight, pretty expensive journey, and we're also gonna be going for not ages, but a fairly long time, like maybe even more than a week, because there's a lot that we want to see and do in Japan. But I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, I'll just be happy to finally become a Mrs. this year, because me and Fred have been engaged for a few years now, so I'll be glad to actually finally make it official.
Objection!
Yeah, if you mean the Japan update that was just released for that game, yeah. Yeah, it was really funny seeing the trailer because I was like, oh, I mean, I don't really need to play Forza because that's going to be me in real life soon. I'm going to be looking at cherry blossom trees and eating sushi and God knows what else. Yeah, I need to get back into racing games. I used to play Gran Turismo and Formula 1, and I got that PS5 launch, not PS5, PS4 launch title Drive Club back when that came out. Yeah, but I need to play Gran Turismo 6 for sure, and I might give Forza a shot because I've heard good things about that. Oh, you mostly only played Need for Speed? Yeah, I don't know whether I'll give that a try because, yeah, I more want to focus on like more simulation kind of racing games where when you're driving the car it feels like you're actually driving a real car, like that sort of experience.
Objection!
Then why didn't you say so in the first place? You're the one who screamed hold it and cut me off. Yeah, I've heard Most Wanted from Need for Speed is the biggest hit and the classic. Yeah. I don't know what console I play it on. I guess I'd have to see what console it came out for and then see which ones I can emulate the game on. Pardon me. So, maybe I jumped the gun by a teeny weeny bit. Ha 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 ha. Now I know what they mean when they say close enough to argue. Moving on. So, yep, we're gonna press again. Keep getting more information. This rolling case, I suppose you mean the one that existed in the photo with Prosecutor Blackquill in it. And Need for Speed Rivals has the most brutal, dangerous cops. Like, they got me real stressed during pursuits. Oh, I hate cop chases in games where it's really, really stressful. I feel like the most stressful cop chase experience I've ever had in a video game was hands down GTA 5. The cops in GTA 5 are no joke. Like, it's impossible to get away from the cops in GTA 5. Because I feel like you have to find the most obscure place in Los Santos or Blaine County, the desert place where Trevor lives, and just hope the cops don't find you. Yeah, that's the one. And Miss Blackquill has drawn a conclusion from these two photos. She has? And what is that conclusion? You're the one with her notes. Oh, right. Of course. Reading them now. So why the rolling case? Press. And how do you propose he hit a person inside one of those cases? Have you forgotten that we saw just such a thing only the other day at your own daughter's magic show? She fit a grown person into a small box. Oh yeah, way to ruin the memory of a good day. A magic show? I wish he would have thought to invite me. Actually, I would have liked to go too. My apologies, I'll invite you both next time, I promise. So, wait a minute. What were we talking about again? Prosecutor Blackquill was using the case to hide someone. Nah, after playing Need for Speed Rivals, playing GTA 5 and escaping from cops feels nothing? Whoa. Oh, Rivals cops have tech that can even disable your car for a few minutes? That sounds awful. Yeah, I'm definitely not tempted to play that game now. That sounds way too stressful. I think I've mentioned this on stream before, but I'm really hoping Rockstar do improve the cops in GTA 6 and make them a bit dumber so they're easy to get rid of. Because, yeah, I really struggled with GTA 5 and getting away from the cops. I mean, I beat the game, but anytime there was cops involved in a mission, I'd always audibly groan, like, oh. Oops. I was meant to press on that last statement. So I will do that now. There we go.
Hold it!
But that's nothing more than conjecture, and it's hardly the only possibility. In that case, what do you think Prosecutor Blackquill had in that case? I think it was the moon rock.
Objection!
There were 3 cases at the scene, but Prosecutor Blackquill used the largest one. The moon rock was egg-shaped and only about 8 inches in diameter. It wouldn't have made any sense to use the largest case there just to move that rock.
Objection!
They got helicopters that shoot, cop cars have computers that can hack your car system, cops have Bugattis. Oh my god, the cops even drive really fast cars? Oh no. Yeah, I think I'll be staying away from Rivals. I mean, I might play Most Wanted. I'll give Most Wanted a shot, but yeah, you're not really tempting me to play Rivals, Ibrahim, that's for sure. And let me ask you this. Can you come up with a better theory of what was in the case? Well, Mr. Wright, can you? Yikes. Give a guy some time to think. Let's see. Should I try to bluff my way through what could have been in that case? Let's see. I'm gonna go with bluff, but I am gonna check. Just because in Ace Attorney games, if you make a wrong choice, it can sometimes set you back quite a bit. So let's see. Yeah, I got it right. So bluff. And the good part is Rivals not only allows you to play as the racer, but you can also be a cop. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool that you can actually be a cop. I bet playing a cop in Rivals is really fun. And in Rivals online version, racers and cops are both real players, which makes it even more brutal. Yeah, I bet. I don't know whether I play the online version anyway, because I feel like any time I play an online version of a game, I get humbled really quickly because I'll get matched up with people that are way better than I am. Okay, so we're gonna bluff our way through this theory. yawny. Okay. So, what did Prosecutor Blackquill take from the scene of the murder? Well, I can just so yeah, there's a jacket. What did Blackquill take from the scene? I mean, something is making me think it's the katana. I guess that's the beauty of playing online. You can come across someone like Negan before the outbreak, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, 'cause I think I would mess more with pre-apocalypse Negan compared to, you know, like season 7 or 8 of The Walking Dead Negan. Like, I wouldn't touch that guy at all. Unless he was asking me, or maybe I'd be like Eugene, where Eugene joined the Saviors really quickly, and I'd probably do the same thing. Like, if Negan asked me, I'd just be bowing down to his will. Okay. Oh, okay. So, I thought it was the katana, but I was wrong. It is actually just this part on the table.
Take that!
Oh yeah, the robot part is gone. Oh, of course it is. It was just a basic spot the difference game and I failed. But then, to be fair, my brain isn't working the best today, so... Ooh. Negan is actually a good guy. He doesn't hurt kids and he saves Sasha from... Yeah. I mean, Negan is a good guy. I mean, he doesn't hurt kids. He also hurts anyone who tries to hurt a kid as well. Like, if he comes across a kid and they're in danger and someone wants to kill them, he'll kill whoever wants to kill the kid. And yeah, he did save Sasha from David, the savior that tried to R-word her. Or essay her, as you put it. But he didn't just save Sasha from it, he killed the guy that tried to do it to her. So, yeah, don't mess with Negan, don't get on his bad side. I'm trying to think of anything else. He also, in Dead City, he also looks after Ginny, even though he's responsible for killing her father. So that's another kind of good, I mean, it's a good thing that came out of a bad act. But I did really like Negan and Ginny's relationship in Dead City. And I'm not going to go too much into more details because it does, I mean, you know, it's The Walking Dead and things don't go right sometimes. What are you looking at? I'm gonna start charging for each glance per eyeball. Stingy, stingy. What happened to the age of free previews? Ahem. Your Honor, about this robot part. Doesn't it look like it could be an arm from that robot there? Oh yeah, it kinda does. Well, now that you mention it, it does, doesn't it? But the case is still too big to be practical for just a moon rock and a robot arm. Release my Negan, he innocent. Yes! I feel like right now he's the ultimate good guy though, because in Dead City, going into season 3, he'll probably, I mean, he's in that little, I guess, Save Manhattan group, or Save New York group with Maggie and Pearly. So, I feel like Negan finally not only knows that he's a good guy, but is embracing his good side a little bit more. Well, what?
Objection!
We can't be certain that part belonged to a robot. Yes, it looks like the arm of the one before us, but it could be something else entirely. Besides, it's wrapped entirely in bandaging, making it difficult to verify what it is.
Objection!
Yeah, you know what, Ibrahim? I can totally see why you're saying that, because Maggie actually annoyed me in Dead City Season 2 because she kept flip-flopping between like, oh, I'm gonna kill Negan. No, I'm not gonna kill Negan. Oh, I'm gonna kill Negan again. Yeah, Maggie's character development and arc at the minute has been annoying me. I want the writers to finally make a decision. Either she kills Negan or she buries the hatchet with him for good and just somehow gets over the fact that Negan killed Glenn. Because, I mean, Negan even apologized for it in Walking Dead, and she's still treating him like he's that guy from like 7 seasons ago. I don't know. And not to mention, like, I feel like Maggie has rubbed off on Herschel a lot because of Maggie having this war with not just Negan but herself over whether she wants to kill Negan or not. It's turned her son Herschel into a right little a-hole, to put it nicely. Like, I'm not a fan of Herschel in Dead City. Not really. I think he's a bit of a brat. Okay, which robot the arm belonged to? Okay, so maybe the writers for Dead City didn't see Walking Dead, so they don't know about the apology. Yeah, that is a good point. Because, I mean, the showrunner of Dead City, I don't think he worked on The Walking Dead. Like, I would have recognised his name. And, I mean, obviously now they're actually getting a showrunner for Dead City Season 3 that has worked on The Walking Dead, so maybe finally that might be rectified. Like, they might actually remember, oh yeah, Maggie, oh yeah, Negan did apologise to Maggie. These two should be friendly with each other, not try, or at least not trying to kill each other. am glad that The Walking Dead City is getting a showrunner that's actually from The Walking Dead there, because I feel like, I mean, I feel like it is better for a show if it's constantly being run by someone who knows what the source material is about and who also knows how to honour that material by adapting it really well onto the small screen or the big screen, whether it's TV or a movie. So, which piece of evidence proves the robot arm belonged to? So, what did the arm look like again? I can't see. I'm just seeing if I can see the... Yeah, so I don't think it's the robotic slab. So, photo of crime. Oh, I know. It's the Hat 1 exhibit.
Take that!
This is a photo. Yeah, there we go. I remembered. Yay. The Walking Dead should have not been about politics, but should have introduced more scary, dangerous zombies. Yeah, I feel like The Walking Dead towards the end of its run should have done what Daryl Dixon is doing, where it's like, there's now zombies that can burn people, or there's zombies that or there's like zombies created by humans using injection like the Amper serum to create super hyperactive aggressive zombies. I also feel like, I mean, I know The Walking Dead had that one episode where it's like, oh my god, zombies can climb now, but Daryl Dixon does a better job of not only introducing more variants of zombies, but making them seem legit scary. Like, I think the scariest zombie in the show, I mean, there was that guy who was on the ship with Daryl when Daryl got lost at sea and eventually ended up in France, and he got torn apart by a zombie who I'm pretty sure was a variant. So, yeah. I'm also surprised that Daryl Dixon is the only, I think it's the only spin-off to really have variant zombies in it. I don't think Dead City has any noticeably different zombies. Not that I can remember. Yeah, I know Brian Hurst, who plays OP in Sons of Anarchy, also plays Peter in Walking Dead. I'm also really excited because he's going to be playing Kratos in the God of War TV show that's coming out soon, I think. So, but yeah, Ryan is such a good actor, and I feel like he did such a good job with OP and also with Beta as well. And Kim Kurtz, who played Tig Traeger in Sons of Anarchy, he is also in Dead City Season 2. And he played Bruegel, who was the guy that Negan kind of fake befriended before killing him at the end of Season 2 in probably the most brutal death of Dead City so far. Yeah, video game adaptations, I have a love-hate relationship with them. I feel like some of them are good and some of them just aren't necessary. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of both agree and disagree, because it's like, yeah, I don't think all video game adaptations are bad, but I do think some are better than others. It's like how I don't really see the point of a Minecraft movie, and yet for some reason when that came out last year, it blew up. It just, like, it was so well received, and I'm like, why? They got Jack Black to play Steve. Like, I would have cast maybe any other actor in that role. I do know one upcoming video game adaptation I'm looking forward to is the Street Fighter movie that's coming out in October, just because I'm a big wrestling fan, and there's quite a few wrestlers that are going to be in that movie. 3, I think, that I know of. So, yeah. So to be fair, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, even their video game adaptations have been a bit hit and miss, especially Mortal Kombat. Oh, hi! Hi, Tigra. Thank you. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. Okay, it's gotta be dismantling her. It can't be compacting her. Because otherwise, if Simon compacted Ponko, then she wouldn't be alive right now. Yeah, it's gotta be dismantling. There we go. Most of the time Hollywood just typecast popular actors instead of the ones who look or act like the character. Pedro Pascal for Joel, Tom Holland for Nathan Drake, Jack Black for Steve. I mean, honestly, for Uncharted, I don't get, because the actor who played Nathan, the voice actor Nolan North, who played Nathan Drake in the Uncharted video games, he does actually appear in the movie, but in like a cameo appearance, and it's like, oh, well, if he appeared in the movie as a cameo, why couldn't he have just been brought back to play Nathan? It didn't really make sense. Tigra, I heard this series of games is good, never played it before. I really enjoy the Ace Attorney games. I would highly recommend them if you're into like crime and investigation. There's a bit of comedy, a lot of drama. There's also some puzzle elements to it, so you will have to think stuff through sometimes, because some of the answers on how to progress the cases, they can be cryptic or hard to figure out. So, but it is, I mean, the Ace Attorney games, they are really, really good, and there is, I mean, it's a series that's been around for quite a while, so it's not a new series, it's pretty established. And, I mean, I would recommend it. Oh, Ibrahim, that's not a bad shout. Scott Eastwood would. I mean, he looks like, he does look like a good Nathan Drake. And, Tigra, you're welcome. Yeah, I mean, I can't really go into much more detail than that, because again, it's up to you. It's like, you're the one who's going to play the game. I can't really say what your opinions are for you, or so yeah, but I would recommend them. But yeah, Ibrahim Scott Eastwood would be a great Nathan Drake. Yeah. And it's the same thing with Troy Baker as well, because Troy Baker was in The Last of Us Season 1 as he actually played one of the cannibalist people, one of the hunter people from when Ellie gets lost and it's winter. So it's like, if they could bring Troy Baker back to be a villain, then why couldn't he have just played Joel? Because, I mean, whereas Pedro Pascal does do a pretty good job, I do agree there is some scenes where maybe if that was Troy Baker, he would have done a slightly better job. Because Pedro, he does have his great acting moments in The Last of Us, but I don't know whether I'd say they're entirely consistent. Yeah. And it's also like, even for animated video game adaptations, I don't know whether I would have chosen, as much as I love him, I don't know whether I would have picked Chris Pratt to play Mario. Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, I probably would have gone for someone that, you know, is actually from New York or is actually of Italian descent. You know, someone with the same background as Mario. Whereas Chris Pratt is neither of those things. He's not Italian and he's not from New York, not that I know of. So, yeah, so that's another video game character that I probably would have recast. I know, I heard for the Uncharted movie as well that even though he ended up playing Victor Sullivan, I know they were considering Mark Wahlberg to actually play Drake before. Oh, no worries, Tigra, go do what you have to do. Yeah, because they were... I've not seen the live action Dragon Ball Z or the Dragon Ball Z movie. Yeah, I'm actually watching Dragon Ball Z Kai at the minute because I'm actually fairly new to Dragon Ball. So, yeah. But I'm guessing by that statement it's probably not very good.
Objection!
Objection!
I mean, even the latest video game adaptation to come out, Return to Silent Hill, I actually watched that movie and I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it, it was kind of rubbish. Like, yeah, because they basically, I mean, it was based on Silent Hill 2, but it's basically Silent Hill 2, but without any of the suspense and psychological torment that the game has. So it's, yeah, and Return to Silent Hill isn't even that scary, at least not from what I watched of it. Dragon Ball Z Hollywood movie was 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh gosh. yeah, I try not to pay too much attention to Rotten Tomatoes before I go see a movie, but I do let it dictate whether I go see a movie sometimes. It's like how I was gonna go see the Borderlands movie, and then I saw all the reviews coming out for it that were like trashing it, and yeah, so I still haven't seen the Borderlands movie, even though before the reviews came out, I originally was really excited to go see that movie because I was like, oh my gosh, a Borderlands movie, I bet it's gonna be so action-packed and so funny and so kind of zany and wacky like the games are. But instead, all we got was a bad video game adaptation where Jack Black voiced a talking, foul-mouthed comedic robot called Claptrap. Kate Blanchett played Lilith. Jamie Lee Curtis played Tannis. And Kevin Hart played somebody. I can't even remember the name of Kevin Hart's Borderlands character. I know in terms of live action movies for anime, I know they're working on a My Hero Academia live action movie, and I think they're also working on a Blue Lock live action movie, and I know there's another live action movie that they're working on for an anime that recently came out, but I can't remember what it was. The last time Jack Black gave a serious movie performance was King Kong. Yeah, probably. I mean, Jack Black is more... I feel like he's more typecasting comedy movies now. Like, if there's a comedy movie, chances are Jack Black's gonna be in it just because he's really funny. Like, he was in Jumanji and Borderlands, Minecraft movie. School of Rock, Gulliver's Travels. The robot's having a meltdown. No! Here, photo of the crime has been updated in the court record. The photo shows Blackquill taking a robot apart. There's a blood stain on the end of the robot's arm. So we're making progress in the case. Hollywood is at a point where it just doesn't want to cast less known actors even if they are talented. But then, I mean, speaking of video game adaptations, they're making a Legend of Zelda video game adaptation, and I have never heard of the actors that are playing Zelda and Link. Like, I don't even think they're famous for being in anything else, so just like relative unknowns, which I was kind of disappointed about because I would have preferred at least an up-and-coming actor that I recognised. Though, to be fair, like, I didn't know the guy who played Hiccup in the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie, and yet he did a really, really good job.
Objection!
So, I mean, I might be counting my chickens before they hatch. Maybe the people they pick to play Zelda and Link are gonna do a really great job. I don't know, but I don't know if them picking unknown actors to play those iconic characters will make people go see the movie. Bless me.
Objection!
I didn't mean for it to look like I was doing a dab there.
Objection!
I just cover my face when I sneeze because I obviously don't want to. I mean, I don't. If it's a messy sneeze, I obviously want to direct it away from the camera. Another video game adaptation where I don't think I knew any of the actors that played the main characters was the Until Dawn movie. I don't think I recognised anyone in the main cast from anywhere. So I do maybe want to check out the Until Dawn movie in the future because I have heard that is like, I mean, I don't know whether it's good, but I've heard it's okay, which is better, in my opinion, than it being bad. I also know that I also know that Resident Evil at some point soon is bringing out another reboot movie. I swear, Resident Evil as a film franchise is getting more reboots than Tomb Raider did. Because, I mean, they tried it with Paul W.S. Anderson, it didn't work, and then they have the guy that directed Welcome to Raccoon City, and it did better than the original RE live action movies, but it was still not good enough, so now they're bringing in another director to make another Resident Evil reboot movie. And yeah, I feel like there's only so many more times you can give it a chance before you just go, yeah, it's not working out, we're not gonna try anymore. Huh. I don't know if you heard, Ibrahim, but there was a criminal that went viral recently because they actually pleaded in court, oh, please don't send me to jail, I really want to play GTA 6. Yeah, that's the thing that happened. There's actually people pleading in court now to not go to jail because they really, really, really want to play GTA 6.
Objection!
And I'm like, it's not a joke or anything, it's a real thing that happened as well, which is wild.
Objection!
Doobie doobie doo. Okay, back to the game. Just have to send a message real quick. Oh my god, a robot witness. I can't believe we're actually testifying. We're actually making a robot testify. Edgeworth, you made him mad. Or you made her mad. Honko! I see Ponka's already winning brownie points with the judge. Ponka is so happy, oh my god. Okay, we're actually letting a robot testify. I guess anything really can happen in a court of law. Mummy Menace? No, they don't. What? I hope everyone is having a great Monday, by the way. And I hope you're enjoying the stream. This will probably be the usual 2-hour stream for Ace Attorney anyway, because I don't want to go too long, because my head is rather achy, and I also don't want to push my body any further than I feel like it should be pushed, if that makes sense. I also feel rather warm, but I don't know whether that's because I just have the heating on in my house. Time to cross-examine the robot, okay. So, let's press and get more information. So, another thing I wanted to talk about is the Super Bowl halftime show. I haven't watched it yet, but I do definitely plan on watching it, because I know they say this pretty much every year, but a lot of people are calling Bad Bunny's halftime show one of the best in Super Bowl history. So I definitely want to watch that at some point. I did, however, watch Charlie Puth, who I will be going to see in concert this summer. I did watch him perform the national anthem, and I thought he crushed it. So, and it's only made me more excited to go see him live. And I'm also, I mean, this is the exact moment Ibrahim became the Bay Harbor gamer. Okay. Yeah. I'm also really happy that the Seahawks won over the Patriots. I know there will be a fair few people that will disagree with that and be like, no, go Pats, go. Yeah, so I do really like to watch the Super Bowl every year, and I can totally see why it is genuinely the biggest event in sports, aside from the Olympics, which is kind of ironic because the Winter Olympics are going on right now as well. Go team Great Britain. No, I haven't seen Dexter, Ibrahim. I've heard great things about it. A lot of people say it's one of the greatest TV shows of all time. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's kind of a question mark. I don't know whether I like it or not. Okay, let's press that one. Get more information. it's great, just like Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, and Walking Dead. 2010s were the greatest time for television dramas. Yeah. I mean, I might give it a watch because I do. One of my goals for TV shows is to maybe watch more cultural icons, because I feel like a lot of the greatest shows of TV, the greatest TV shows of all time, I've not seen them, or I've not seen all of them. And by all of them, I mean like all of the seasons of one. Like I might have only watched part of a TV show and not the full thing. Okay, and then I'll press this one.
Hold it!
Get more information again. But, I mean, I feel like the 2010s was a great time for TV shows in general. Like, I remember hearing about a lot of great TV shows that came out in the 2010s. I mean, yeah, Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, Better Call Saul, Game of Thrones, until the final season, that is. Yeah. What else came out in the 2010s that was massive? Oh yeah, I definitely think there's something wrong with that. Because Metis's body was found on the other side of the room. So, I think I probably need to present the... I'm gonna present the 7-year-old photos there.
Objection!
Yay, we made Ponko happy. What can explain the two very different locations of the body? I'll tell you what. The victim moved, probably. Yeah, the victim moved. It's the only thing that makes sense. No. So does that mean Ponka actually isn't a witness?
Objection!
I'm actually very close to finishing Better Call Saul. I think I only have maybe 3 or 4 more episodes to go of the last season. I mean, I think I've got to the part now where they've stopped telling it in the past timeline, and now they're focusing on after Saul kind of tried to start a new life at the end of Breaking Bad. So I've got to the present part where Saul's working in Cinnabon and he's trying to not get caught by the police. But I definitely think Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad in some aspects. And I'm sure I've brought that up on stream before, but I feel it more strongly now that I'm near the end of that show. Edgeworth, you got a name wrong. It's Ponko. Ponko. Edgeworth clearly couldn't care less. Because he's that much of an egotist, apparently. Yeah, Edgeworth really couldn't care about getting this robot's name right. Well then, how hard is it to say Ponko? Ponko. It's like short, snappy, and an easy name to remember. There we go. Right. Just getting back to the game. I'm just trying to finalise some plans I might be having for tomorrow. So, yeah. Because I will be going out for a meal with my dad tomorrow, which I'm very much looking forward to. I'll be getting some Nando's. Some good old Nando's chicken.
Objection!
Objection!
Wait, is Edgeworth trying to say that because Athena couldn't establish who was a robot and who was a person, she tried fixing her mom? And in the process killing her? If so, that's insane. Hi Con! I'm good, thank you. I will actually be wrapping up shortly, Con, so yeah. Because I only stream for 2 hours whilst I'm playing this game because I get tired of reading, and because with it being a visual novel I feel like I have to read everything, so then my voice gets tired. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. By all means, tell me.
Hold it!
Yeah, don't even say it. Don't say it, Edgeworth. I already know what you're gonna say. Don't even go there. Phoenix just had a meltdown. No way! You met a game developer that worked on Saints Row? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm more familiar with Saints Row 3 and 4. I'm not really familiar with the first two. And I also played the reboot as well, the Saints Row reboot that came out a couple of years ago. Or whenever it was. But yeah, that's so cool. I hope that experience was as awesome as it sounds. Yeah, I actually met a developer that worked on the second game in the Life is Strange series during college, which was awesome. And I also got to go to a gaming event during college where I got to talk to people from Sega whilst I was playing a Sonic game, which is ironic because now I'm engaged to someone that loves Sonic. Now I'm obligated to do Saints Row. I mean, I can't say much about Saints Row 1 and 2, but Saints Row the 3rd and Saints Row 4, I highly recommend. Yeah, I would definitely... The reboot, not so much. I kind of found the most recent Saints Row reboot game a bit meh. But, yeah, by all means, the original classic Saints Rows, then yeah, definitely do those. Yeah, I've heard good things about Saints Row 2, but I didn't actually come across the Saints Row series until Saints Row the 3rd. So, and then I just never went back and played the first two. So, I probably could do that at some point, because I'm sure it's easy to emulate them. Saints Row 4 in particular is a very wild but entertaining and fun game. I used to spend hours playing Saints Row 4. Saints Row 2 on PC is broken. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I really there's a lot of things I like about Saints Row, like the characters, the customization, the open world. I think there is like pop culture references in it as well. And yeah, but I highly recommend them. So if you do start them, like keep me posted and let me know what you think. I don't have Xbox, no. I only have PlayStation consoles. So PS4, PS5, and then yeah, I mean, technically I have an Xbox because Fred has an Xbox, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I used it to play old Saints Row. So I'm sure I could play. Yeah, I'm sure I could get my hands on an Xbox copy. I mean, right now, I'd probably have to wait for a good gap to get back into Saints Row anyway, because, I mean, it's my birthday month and there's a lot of games. I mean, once my birthday comes around on the 20th, I'm gonna have a lot of new games to sink my teeth into. Hopefully, if people do abide by my wishes and get me what I want. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry I couldn't stay on for longer, Con. It's just yeah, I feel like during these Monday streams where I read a lot and stuff, I do feel like I have to push my body to the limit in terms of how much I can read and how much because reading, because voice acting for this game is surprisingly tiring. Hence why I'm not reading the text now, because I'm already quite tired. But yeah, definitely keep me posted on Saints Row, and I also hope that any other games that you're playing right now are going well. And I appreciate you hanging out, even if it's just for a little bit. Okay. So Blackquill has just interrupted the trial, so I think I'm gonna, and it has just, well, it's actually 2 hours and 1 minute, so I am gonna wrap up now, but of course I'm gonna save my game and make sure that that is set in stone, ready for next week, when I will be returning to this game next Monday, which will be the last yeah, I guess it'll be the last Ace Attorney stream where I will be 26 years old, because next Friday is my birthday. So with that being said, I think I will be busy on my birthday, so I mean, I'll remind you all again nearer the time, but I don't think I will be streaming on my birthday this year, unfortunately. Which does kind of suck, because I know last year I was able to stream for my birthday and it was really fun. So, but I don't think I mean, I've got more plans this year, so don't know if it's gonna line up as well. I'll just save again, just to make sure. There we go. So, exit game. Don't save because I've already saved twice. Okay. So thank you for coming, everyone. If you are on Twitch and you don't already, then please do drop me a follow if you enjoyed this content. I would really appreciate it if I could maybe get to my 160 followers goal in time for my birthday. That would be awesome. And I also recommend that you turn your notifications on so you know when I go live. If you want to connect with me outside of stream, my social links are in the bottom right corner. I am very simple. I use the same name for pretty much almost everything. Well, the same username for, yeah, pretty much almost everything. So my Instagram, my Discord, and my Twitter or my X are all the same username. So yeah, I'm easy to find and easy to connect with. So yeah, so tomorrow I mentioned it discreetly during the stream, but I'm going for a meal with my dad tomorrow, and it looks like it's gonna clash with my usual stream time. So obviously I'm not gonna put off my meal because, you know, family time is important. But I do still plan on streaming tomorrow, so I'm hoping I won't get back too late, that I'll be too tired, and then I can still stream Yakuza. But the time is very much TBD at the minute. I will probably have to update you all on my Discord and on my Twitter, so stay tuned for that. So yeah. But it will definitely be Yakuza tomorrow if and when I do stream. I am hoping it will be a when, because I would hate to have to cancel a stream even if I get home relatively early enough to do it. So, yeah. If you are watching on YouTube, then make sure to like the video if you're watching on demand, react to the stream if you're watching live to show your support, and also comment on what games you might want to see me play in the future, or what your favourite part about this video or game was. And also subscribe to my channel so you can keep up with my videos or any updates I make to my channel. I am a regular streamer. I will repeat that. I do stream from Monday to Friday, and then I stream every Sunday. I make sure to have Saturday as my day off, just to kind of recenter myself and recharge my batteries and make sure that I'm ready for the next string of streams, consecutive streams that is. So yeah. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to end the stream on YouTube so I can raid on Twitch. But until tomorrow, keep your eyes peeled on my socials for confirmation of if I am streaming and what time. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye YouTube.